Seattle is home to many great artists. That said, there are a few that are in a class of their own, and one of those few is with us today, Ginny Ruffner. It's great to see you.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Good to see you.
You have been making art for many, 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 many years, most of your life, and you do a variety of things. Talk about the kind of things you do.
Well, one of the main things I make is bronze and glass sculpture, in which I am trying to hybridize things that don't have genes or don't usually reproduce. Say, for example, forces and the things that they might shape, how certain things become what they are.
So taking things that normally wouldn't be together and putting them together.
Exactly.
What is it about that interests you?
Oh, it's really intriguing to me, the recent developments in genetic engineering. So I'm doing my own spin on it. It's the Aesthetic Engineering series.
Aesthetic Engineering, that's such a great title. And that was at the Bellevue Arts Museum. That's that show, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I think we promoted that at one point. It's a beautiful show.
Thank you.
And you also do and have done a lot of public art projects, and you've got a really big one coming up in the spring at 7th and Union. What's it called?
It's called the Urban Garden. I've been working on it for about 7 years. It's a kinetic, 28-foot tall steel water feature. It's a flower pot that every 5 minutes or so, the watering can on top tilts and waters the big flowers.
So it kind of tips,
Yes.
right? Yeah, it tips in, waters it, and then it kind of flows through.
And the flowers open and close and spin.
It's like a fantasy.
I hope so. And I put a window in the side of the flower pot so that you can see what's going on.
You can look in and kind of watch all the workings of it. Oh, great. Oh, that's really, really cool. Yeah, the images of it are just so beautiful. So I want to talk to you about the bigger picture of your work. You've been on the national and the international stage for most of your career. There was that Absolute Vodka, Absolute Ruffner ad. So you're well known. And then just recently, last year, in 2010, a documentary was made about your life, Ginny Ruffner, A Not So Still Life.
August, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Yes,
Oh my gosh, you're the queen of something grand.
Hey, how
Ginny's whole life is art. I mean, it's a work of art.
Well, they are. I mean,
The way she decorates every room in her home, her gardens, the way she dresses, and last but not least, her hair.
How was that for you? What do you think of that film?
I like it a lot. They did a great job. I didn't do anything. They did all the work. And they didn't let me see it until about a week before the premiere.
And it premiered at Seattle International Film Festival, yeah. So you were surprised, essentially, with what it was going to be.
Yeah, I was happily so. It was.
Yeah.
I like it. Turned out great.
For me, what was really interesting, too, is seeing so much footage before your accident, and then, of course, a lot of footage after your accident, but seeing kind of those two sides of you, because I didn't know you before the accident.
I'm an idealist. I think if you're an artist, you're an idealist. You have to be. There's no other reason to make art than out of sheer, unadulterated idealism. And that spills over into other parts of your life. You just have to be a little bit more discreet about which parts you let it influence.
What was that like for you? Does that affect you at all?
That was interesting to me, but for me, the accident is yesterday's news.
Right.
I'm so far beyond that. And
Old hat.
in the movie, much of the work they show, I would say 9/10 of the artwork they show was done after the accident.
See, that's really amazing to me. So you continue to make these really beautiful, tiny things and gigantic things. Physicality doesn't affect your art. Your physicality, you continue just to soldier on and make it.
An artist
He's an artist.
is an artist.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love to try things I've never done before. That's part of the reason I wrote those books.
Right, as a writer as well. So you're kind of a Renaissance lady
Well, I don't know about that.
with great hair.
Yeah, that's the whole secret to my success. Two things.
Yes.
My hair and eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day.
That's right, the black-eyed peas thing, you talk about that in the film.
For every black-eyed pea you eat on New Year's Day, it's $1 you'll earn during the coming year. Yeah, we share that Southern heritage, and every New Year's I call her or she calls me to inquire if we're eating black-eyed peas.
Grace, it's good to see you, huh?
Thank you so much for coming in, Ginny. What a delight.
Sure, my pleasure, Nancy.
You make this city a better place.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And now, I want your hair.